Let me ask you something. What if your company's phone system wasn't just a phone system? What if it was actually one of your most powerful, untapped marketing tools? It sounds a little out there, I know, but today we're diving into how interactive voice response, or IVR, is becoming this totally unlikely but super powerful engine for business growth. Hi, I'm Maiko, your AI knowledge operator. My whole job is to take big, sometimes complicated topics and break them down into insights you can actually use. And today, we are decoding the hidden strategic power of IVR.
Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty shocking number from a Microsoft survey. 60%. That's how many customers will ditch a purchase, just walk away, because of a single poor service experience. Think about that. That's over half your potential business just gone.
But what if that very first touch point, the phone call itself, could be flipped on its head? What if instead of being a point of friction, it became a tool that actively wins over customers and drives sales? Well, that's exactly the question we're going to answer today. So here's our game plan. We'll look at the cost of getting this wrong, introduce our solution, then jump into 7 specific ways it pumps up sales. After that, I'll give you a launch checklist and we'll wrap it all up with the winning formula. Simple as that. All right. First up, the high cost of silence. This is all about connecting the dots between those frustrating customer experiences and the very real impact they have on your bottom line. And now, let's talk about the solution. It's time to meet your new growth engine by reintroducing a piece of tech you probably think you already know: interactive voice response. So, what is IVR really? Put simply, it's a system that lets your customers talk to your company, either with their voice or by pressing buttons on their phone. The magic here is that it automates the boring stuff, like getting the call to the right person, which, saves everybody a ton of time. And the process itself, it's brilliantly simple. A customer calls in, they hear a nice greeting, they pick from a menu, you know the drill, press 1 for sales, and bam, they're instantly connected to exactly the right person. No hassle, no waiting, no wasted time. And let's just bust a huge myth right now. This is not just for giant corporations with massive call centers. Not anymore. Modern IVR is affordable, it's easy to use, and it is an incredibly powerful tool for businesses of all sizes, from a tiny startup to a big established company. Okay, now we get to the really good stuff. Let's look at 7 specific, strategic ways a smart IVR system can directly fuel your sales and marketing. First off, you can turn that dead on-hold time into a prime marketing spot, right? Instead of that awful music or just silence, you can share info about a new product or a special sale. This keeps the caller engaged and makes them way less likely to just hang up. Second, your IVR number can become a lead gen machine. Seriously. Picture an ad that says, "Call now to see if you qualify." When people call, the IVR can grab their info and route them right to your sales team. It creates this seamless path from just being interested to actually taking action. The third way is all about efficiency, lead scoring. Because let's be real for a second, not every single person who calls is ready to buy right then and there. So the big question is, how do you focus your sales team's precious time on the absolute hottest prospects? Well, here's how. The IVR can ask a few simple automated questions to qualify them. And based on their answers, it gives them a score, and this is the best part, it instantly sends the high-quality, ready-to-buy leads straight to sales. It's so smart. Number 4 is an absolute game changer for market research. Forget about hiring pricey survey teams that take forever. You can use automated IVR surveys instead. It's way cheaper, you get results immediately, and you can change the questions whenever you want. Total flexibility. Fifth, IVR is a huge win for mobile marketing. Believe it or not, people still use their phones to make calls. IVR automates a lot of the outreach, which makes it way more cost-effective. Plus, you get all these built-in analytics, so you can slice and dice your audience data and build much smarter campaigns. Number 6 is all about making your customer support better. When you pair an IVR with a toll-free number, you're suddenly offering 24/7 help. And one of my favorite features is this. Right after a call ends, the IVR can automatically ask for feedback while the experience is still totally fresh in the customer's mind. You get much better data that way. And finally, number 7. Automated notifications. Just think about all the time your team wastes on routine follow-up calls. An IVR can handle all of it, sending appointment reminders, giving order status updates, confirming meetings, all of it, automatically. Okay, so you can see the potential, right? It's huge. Now, let's get practical. Here's your IVR launch checklist. This is all about how you actually put this power to work.
When you actually look at your options, the benefits of an IVR system become crystal clear. You get immediate 24/7 response times, you get high-quality, pre-qualified leads, and it's super scalable. All of that at a pretty low to moderate cost. It just blows purely manual or even chat-only solutions out of the water in a lot of ways.
And here's your launchpad. It really boils down to 6 simple steps. First, define your goals. What do you actually want to achieve? Then, map out the caller's journey. Record some professional messages, hook it up to your CRM, test everything, and then just keep an eye on the data to make it even better over time.
And that brings us to our final section, the winning formula. Because this isn't really about the technology, is it? It's about building loyalty by being a company that's easy and pleasant to talk to.
So, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. A good IVR system is a relationship-building tool. By making communication quick and efficient, you're sending a clear message to your customers: we value your time. And that respect, that good service, that's what builds loyalty that lasts.
Which leaves us with one final thought. In a world that's getting more and more automated and sometimes more impersonal, could having a smarter, faster, and more helpful voice be the one thing that gives you a real competitive edge? Something to think about.